Battle 17! Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land versus Tails Adventure. This next duel is between two major Mario and Sonic characters. It's Wario versus Tails the Fox in the Battle of the Handhelds. Wario Land 1 was released in 1994, and Tails Adventure was released in 1995. A perfect comparison. It was the first time in history that both Wario and Tails got to have games of their own, without Mario and Sonic present. Both games are classics of the great handheld war between Nintendo and Sega. What's amazing to me is that the villains in both games are ducks. Both Wario and Tails have a quack attack on their hands, and only through their skills and determination can they survive their attack and restore their island homes. Having ducks be the villains in both titles also makes this a more perfect comparison to be made. Both Wario and Tails had their stars rising in the mid-1990s, and by the time it was the late 90s, they both pretty much became superstars, almost as big as Mario and Sonic. Here we get to see if they can have their own great games, without Mr. Red and Blue. I would argue that the gameplay in both titles is fairly slow, but very fun to play. Wario uses his muscles to smash bricks and make his way through the dangers of the levels, which is very cool. It makes him stand out more from Mario. In Tails Adventure, Tails doesn't use his tails to whack enemies. Instead, he uses bombs, which is quite interesting, and actually makes me think of Wario, because there was a Wario Gameboy game that starred Bomberman. So when I think of bombs and explosions, I think of characters like Wario, not Tails. Also, though, Tails Adventure is a great game, and it's pretty fascinating that there was a game called Tails Adventure before Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. Has anyone ever noticed that before? Also makes me think of the fantasy game of Knuckles Adventure on the Dreamcast. That was a fan-made fantasy game years ago that doesn't really exist, and back in the day I was so upset that it wasn't real. Anyway, so which game is better? This is a very tough one to answer. Both are really fun, great games, and are highlights of both the Game Boy and Gamegear. Since the gameplay and story is equal in quality, I would have to make this a tie, and I'll award Mario 10 points and Sonic 10 points.